Yo, what is up guys, it's me Eve again here playing Ethereum Restart, and in today's video we're gonna take a look at the best healer. Sometimes this could be arguably because there's Sanya also exists, but Linglou, I probably think she's the best healer in this game because just her healing overall, just purely in terms of healing, she's the best. There's no denying that for sure. In this video we're gonna take a look at her build, what you want to build her for, how you want to build her, and what is important stuff to know when using her as well. It could seem that she's just a support, right? You don't really need to have a build for her because she's just there for the heals, but that's only on the surface, and in the end you will actually need to have a very good build for her as well, so she survives as long as possible for your team to stay alive as well, because if she dies, your team is probably dead as well if you don't have the healer and you're only relying on her a lot to clear the stuff. So in terms of the build, I would really recommend in the early game Cure plus Swift Rush the best. If you have the 3 pieces for the Swift Rush like this, when you have the 3 stats, then go for the Cure on 8 as well, so you can do the 8-8 with Swift Rush plus Cure, because this is a free increase in healing. That's really good, as well as just an HP buff is always great, and because of that this is also really good. So that's gonna be your, most of the time you're gonna be using these type of matrices. In terms of the stat wise, the best ones are definitely the HP as well as effect resistance and defense. So I don't have the effect resistance here because I put it all onto the Freya here for now, as well as I was like testing out with the Unbreakable here as well, and for now I put it in there, so I might switch it up later. But you definitely want to have as much effect resist as possible, especially if you're using her in the PvP for sure. This is very must have, because otherwise you're gonna get like stunned with everything. You're gonna get freeze on everything. If like you're fighting me or Kraken or anything like that, she's gonna get that effect all the time. Because of that, effect resist must be on very high end, at least closer to like a 60%, I would say, should be quite enough to have it if you're like not using her a lot of the time. But HP and defense should be on the higher end. This is very important for surviving. If you don't have enough on defense and HP here, she's gonna die too quickly, and that's the problem on like a lot of higher end battles like Inferno, Hell 4, on some boss fights. You need to be able to survive with her. If she's dead, your team is dead, basically. If you're using, obviously using her, that means you're in need of healing, because you're not gonna be able to do it without the heals. Then this is the most important stuff. So healing HP bonus here, maybe on one, defense bonus on another one, like this, and then probably effect resist in here would be the best. If you have speed as well, not the worst thing you can do is upgrade your speed a little bit. At least around 200 is gonna be enough. You don't need to go like too crazy. You don't need her to start first all the time, but this is gonna be good enough. So like if she has a good speed and she even starts first, it's also not the worst thing, because again then she comes back later faster than the enemies after like enemy wave attacks, and now it's your turn again. You can instantly heal, and for example if you're using her for Doki fight with Tiamat, this is when the time for Tiamat comes in, because she heals her before she attacks again. That means Tiamat is getting more value. This is more important for her for sure. In terms of skill levels, to be honest, you don't even need to upgrade anything. Like I've been using her without any upgrades, and I've been fine with that. Just that, obviously, for survivability, you can just upgrade the standard stuff on her. But just nothing too important. Obviously, like something like healing effects here is not the worst thing to upgrade if you want to, but to be honest, you actually don't need to upgrade any lattice to her to finish any content in this game. Speed here is also great, but to be honest, it doesn't matter that much. It's better to just put a better shell that for healing, for example, and then you're gonna be good enough, or like put a full cure build on her, or something else that has the HP buff, a healing buff on her. In terms of shells, there's also a few different type of shells that you like. Again, Artisan, incredibly good unit for her as well. He's just basically incredible for every support unit in this game because of defense and shields. So in terms of defense and shields, definitely pick Artisan. If you want her a little bit faster, then Gigabyte is going to be your go-to. I'm using Gigabyte for the most part, just because she's so good whenever you need a meter buff and be faster than the enemies. This is when Gigabyte comes in, is a really big clutch. Also, another good, very good shell is gonna be the Halloween. Halloween, after the original takes action, has a 70% chance to reduce a KD over random skill on cooldown by 1 turn. So this is making her faster with the KD reduction on her ultimate or on her second skill. Basically her AoE skills that heals you is getting a KD reduction. This is very important if you want to go like more healing on her and without like spending any ladders. For sure, this could be your way to go for her. Also, she has a cure and swift rush here, so this is good enough stuff here going on with the Halloween. But for the most part, I would recommend, again, using the cure and swift rush, but there's also some other versions when you can use the unbreakable on her, you can use Bramble, so defense does work on her. HP probably her best thing you can possibly add, as well as like the healing effects on them is the most interesting that you're interested in. But there's some other stuff in this game, like Strive could also be popular sometimes when you want to have a faster speed on them. Also works. Wellspring also works as well because it's the same as Cure but with HP, but she doesn't get the full buff on the last one. She doesn't get the healing effect. She does just get a purely more HP on her. So in that sense, also not the worst idea to put something like that on her. Obviously she doesn't do any big damage, so like Onslaught or Harvest is not going to be a choice. But again, those gears are also really good. So in terms of team compositions, she's diverse. Like you can use her in any team. Whenever you need a healer, you need her. There's some instances when Sanya is a little bit better, just purely because Sanya is just, even in terms of just having her being a green unit, is sometimes better than having her as blue. For example, if you're fighting someone who is like some bosses that are green types, then maybe you should think about switching Sanya, like Linglou for Sanya better there. But either way, Linglou is great in almost every, like 90% of the content in this game where you need a healer. She's gonna be your go-to character for sure. So this was the video for the Linglou. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, as well as join the Discord. I stream every day and I always post notifications in there beforehand, before the stream, so you don't miss anything, as well as you don't miss videos, as well as don't forget to become a member. Maybe if you are thinking about that, you can also become a member. I've just opened the section for memberships, so you can be a member and you get some a little bit of additional stuff if you become a member, as well as in the Discord you will get something. Other than that, hopefully you like the video. Don't forget to, again, to subscribe. We're trying to get, next goal is going to be 1,000. We're going to go for that 1,000 now. And hopefully you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.